We're on our way to the dog park. No one's coming out to the flag waves anymore, guys. Tuesday is dead. We don't wave there no more. Only on Friday. And it's supposed to rain hard today, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I want to make a quick video as I go to the dog park with my greyhounds. They love it. We go twice a week or more. Anyways, anybody watching that January 6th theater bullshit? I'm not. I catch highlights, man, from YouTubers or from whatever, but I ain't watching that shit. It's all lies. You know, we all know what happened that day. The real insurrection happened November 4th with their 200 donkeys. Can I say that? The election was so legit that if I say it wasn't, I'll get a strike and I'll have to spend a week in YouTube jail, or they'll just delete my channel altogether if I talk about certain things like the election and what actually happened. I can't talk about it. So insane. And it's not even my opinion, it's fact. Watch 200 donkeys. I recommend everybody watch that. So we all know what happened that day. People were upset because of the election, rightfully so. You know, I don't know if they should have stormed into the Capitol, even though it's public area, you know what I mean? It's not like it's private property, public property. But on one side of the building, you had cops waving people in, just letting them in. And on the other side, where the news media was all set up and where almost all of the filming took place, the cops were fighting them off and tear gassing them, instigating it. You know, the crowd wasn't rowdy, and you know, they had what, 25 FBI guys dressed up like patriots, trying to incite a riot, incite people into going in, coaxing people to go in. Trump, like 3 days before January 6th, tried to get the National Guard out there, but Pelosi blocked it and wouldn't let it. They had less security there at that building than they normally did. So this was a setup. People were pissed off, so it didn't take a whole lot to instigate them. You know, plus you had the cops, man, throwing tear gas on them for nothing. By the way, they hit 2 people with tear gas canisters and killed them. And nobody probably doesn't even know that. Another woman was beaten to death and left in a pool of her own blood. And they're not going to talk about that, are they? I think they'll talk about Ashley Babbitt, where the black police officer killed her for no reason. And he still got his job. Democrats don't want people to look at the inflation and look at the gas prices. You know, look at the mean January 6th people. They're trying to pin it all on Trump. They're going to try to make it so Trump can't run again. Make him ineligible to run for president because they know he will win. And, you know, he's not a globalist like these lefties are, these rhinos are. So we need Trump in there. He could fix all of this shit in 2 days. Yeah, this January 6th committee. Nancy Pelosi won't let any Republicans on there. Just that Kinzinger rhino and Liz Cheney. What's in it for these two? I guess they know they can't win in their re-elections, so they're just, you know, full-blown Democrats at this point. They're doing this prime time TV charade. They got highfalutin producers or directors or whatever, like Hollywood style directors, involved in televising this January 6th witch hunt bullshit. The thing about Democrat voters is their brains are super tiny and they'll believe anything they hear. That, you know, Democrats blame Trump for the gas prices and the inflation and all that shit. So they're ignorant, but Republicans definitely ain't falling for this shit, and I don't think independent people are either. Yeah, so most of the evidence that these Democrats are going to put forward is just fake stuff. You know, they're making shit up. The real evidence they're hiding. Like Nancy Pelosi apparently has 2,000 hours of, if you add up all the police body cam footage, she's got that under lock and key. Nobody can look at it. You know, so why is that? Why did Nancy Pelosi not allow Trump to put National Guard troops around the Capitol? Apparently AOC was up there bawling and crying and putting on a show saying that her life, she felt like her life was in danger that day and everything. She wasn't even in the building. And her building was being evacuated hours before people stormed the Capitol anyways. And so that's not why she was evacuated from her building. When the cop knocked on the door and said, "Where is she?" You know, looking for AOC, she made it sound like it was some kind of devious shit. It was a cop coming in to evacuate her because there was a bomb threat. Guaranteed the bomb threat came from a lefty, not a patriot. Did you see Biden on Jimmy Kimmel? I didn't watch it, but I saw clips where Jimmy Kimmel was talking to Biden and saying that Republicans don't play by the rules. And Biden was saying, yeah, our country's at risk because these scoundrelly Republicans are cheating and lying and all this stuff. Unbelievable. These guys love going to the park. They get so excited. They know exactly where they're going to. Hey, how come we don't have any hearings on the BLM riots that the media and the Democrats incited, encouraged? Not only that, Democrat politicians donated to certain groups that were posting bail for these assholes. There were almost 600 BLM riots. They caused $5 billion in damage. How much damage was caused during the one Patriot riot, or whatever you want to call it? Democrats say this was worse than 9/11, worse than Pearl Harbor. Bullshit. Do you guys really think, do these Democrats with their tiny brains, do they really think that they were trying to overthrow the government? Do you think Enrique Tarrio from a jail cell was trying to become our president? They got him locked up for nothing. He was in jail when all this shit happened. What a bunch of shit. This is what they do in Cuba. This is scary, man. The government can just come, scoop you up, arrest you, and not charge you with anything. That shaman guy, you know what I'm talking about, on January 6th, he went into the Capitol. He didn't damage anything. He didn't hurt anybody. He's in jail for like 3 years. BLM people killed like 30 people. Injured hundreds of police officers. You know, they tried to burn the White House down. Trump had to evacuate. That's way worse. So, this is all the Democrats have, is to make up lies about what happened on January 6th. I guarantee you Pelosi was in cahoots with, you know, the Capitol Police, FBI, all these guys, man. You know, everything is the deep state, guys. She was in cahoots with these guys. This was planned. FBI guys are out there instigating everybody. They were letting people in and instigating it. And they had all of their media on one side filming it. So, this is all they have to try to hold on to power. They're going to try to convince the whole country that Trump is an insurrectionist, or they're going to try to arrest him or do something to make sure he can't run again. Well, if Trump can't run again, we got DeSantis. That's just as good, man. Are they going to go after DeSantis next somehow and try to arrest him? We're in some creepy times. that, who would have predicted that any of this shit could even happen? Is there a single BLM rioter, Antifa, asshole in jail? Is there? Sorry guys, I had to hit the brakes. No, there's not. I'm trying to say is the deep state is everybody. The deep state is the FBI and the CIA. It's your school boards. The deep state is social media, the media, teachers unions, unions in general. It's like all the big corporations are, it all leans left. All of it does. Most of the country doesn't want what these crazy lefties want. There's way more of us than there are of them. But they're the scoundrelly ones that plotted and planned all this shit for decades. And it's all coming to a head right now. Gas prices are so high, people's lives are miserable. Inflation is way higher than 8%, it's like 30%. Biden says that our economy is the greatest ever. They're insane. There's the dog park. Man, nobody's there. That sucks. Nobody's there, guys. But it's not gonna work. People aren't gonna fall for it. I don't know how many donkeys they're gonna have to bring out to change the election, because this January 6th primetime bullshit committee thing that nobody's watching ain't gonna do a damn thing. They can bring out their donkeys, but people are gonna come out and vote in huge numbers. Even Democrats are gonna start voting red because they don't want their kids being taught sexual shit in school. So it's the end. Biden is such a bad president. I don't think the American people will vote in another Democrat president for 100 years. He's still got 2.5 more years in there. Gas prices are gonna hit 15 bucks a gallon. Trump could fix this shit in a day. And I know at the Trump rallies, Trump's always talking about the 200 donkey stuff. And if you watch 200 donkeys, you're gonna be inclined to say, I'm not gonna vote. What's the use? But that's what they want. That's what these lefty Democrats want. And let's face it, man, all Democrats are left. The whole party is left. Whether they're just a regular run-of-the-mill Democrat, or they say they are, like a JFK Democrat, well, they're for abortion. If they vote blue, they're voting for open borders. They're voting for sexualizing kids. They're for not pumping oil here. They think we can go green. It's impossible. All they're gonna do is ruin the economy and ruin everybody's lives, and you're witnessing that right now. So I can't wait for the midterms, guys. Whatever you do, go vote. Do it. Ain't nobody here, boys. Just you guys. Oh, that stinks. I don't care. They're just like little kids. Okay, watch your head, dude. Get your face out of there. Get. You ready to go to the park? They're just like little kids. Yeah.